SAORI Araki. We are checking out her first ever, I believe, single today. And why are we checking this out? Well, if you clicked on this video, you probably already know who she is. But just in case you don't, this particular image, the one on the left specifically, went kind of viral earlier this year, a few months ago. And it just kind of launched her into a state of stardom. And, you know, by all means, she's just a normal woman. And this picture came out of her just in a suit, holding what looks like a little folder or something. And it just went viral because people started comparing it to pictures of like famous models and all these sort of beauty ideals and going, do you know what? You put her alongside virtually anything and she just looks like a much better example of what beauty should be. And I think you could break down this picture, as I'm sure a lot of people have, in a lot of ways. But ultimately, what it comes down to for me is that she's a woman who obviously she's got a very pretty face. You know, she's cute, beautiful, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, she's kind of got an independence to her. You know, she's got her suit. She looks like she's about her business. She's kind of prepared herself for doing something work related. So it's this mixture of being independent, but also that slightly puffed out cheek look. You know, she's got a bit of an innocent cuteness to her. She's got a beauty to her, but it's all kind of simple and just makes you feel warm inside. And I think that's what a lot of people took from this image, is sometimes rather than all the excessive beauty, like ideals of what beauty should be, sometimes the most beautiful thing is just someone who looks like they got a lovely character, looks after their life, and just seems like a really great person. People don't need anything complicated. Anyway, as a result, I was one of many people who I started following on social media because for all the memes and things that I'm not a big fan of following just whatever the latest meme is, as much as it can be funny. But this was something where I thought, this is just genuinely heartwarming, and she seems like a lovely person. And as you would expect, she got some nasty comments from some people, but as a general, most people really rallied around her just because this was a woman who all she was doing was just projecting a bit of sunshine and a bit of joy into the world. But one of the things that she kept on saying on her social media was, I want to open a YouTube channel. What should I put on it? Which I thought was always a very funny example of putting the cart before the horse, so to speak. And now I had heard from some people, I can't remember exactly who, and they might be wrong, I might be wrong. My understanding is that maybe before all of this happened, she had actually done a little bit of training as an idol. You know, she'd maybe dabbled a little bit with getting into the idol scene. And so she wasn't completely unfamiliar with that aspect of, being a singer. I might be wrong, but that's something that I'd heard and something that I believe to be the case. That one going into this with that being the case. So I guess I shouldn't have been surprised when the first thing she uploaded on her channel a few hours ago, earlier today, was this video. It's called Ohio. She's put herself down artist name as SAO. She's already got 41,000 subscribers on her YouTube. Good for her. I'm going to give her a like straight off the bat. I'm going to give her a like because unless something terrible happens in this video, I think she's someone who brings a bit of sunshine into the world. But the question is, what should we expect from this? The song's only 1 minute and 46 seconds long. What should we expect from this? Honestly, this has been put together. I don't know what the deal is behind it. It looks homemade. We'll find out in a moment. I'm not expecting like the greatest earth-shattering song or anything mind-blowing. I just want to hear a pleasant song with a little bit of personality. I guess a kind of a musical extension of why we all like her. Beyond that, I don't know. My expectations of this are much lower and simpler than they would usually be for other things we review on this channel. But hey, she's been a very bright and heartwarming trend, heartwarming meme. So I want to hear what she's got for us. And hopefully, well, you've clicked on this video, so hopefully you want to hear too. Let's find out. It's less than 2 minutes, so it's going to be a nice, concise song either way. Let's go. This is SAO with Ohio. Oh, okay. Rhythm's coming in nicely. Where's it gonna go? Oh, it's gonna be an earworm.
I wake up to the new world. Many viewers, heavy haters.
It's in English.
Fix the line, don't deny this face is mine.
really addressing it.
Different style, but I still got high.
Why the chicken outfit?
It hurts a lot. Can't warm parts. Making my new Ohio.
This is cheerful.
Ohio.
Oh, did she say Salamat pig? That's like Indonesian, I think.
Ohio,
Oh, is she responding to her memes? Oh, so she was an idol.
Ask Mr. Mask THX.
Is that it? Oh, it's over.
Ohio.
That is freaking adorable. So yeah, she's presenting, I like that, she's presenting her own memes and she's responding to them. This one's priceless. Yeah, so someone had done that like the anime one, and then she yeah, do you know, this is interesting because in a way I was expecting it to be more of a traditional Japanese kind of idol song, like a basic idol song, but instead what we got here was very much like kind of a very universal kind of beat. Very nice, simple, probably even a little bit Western style. She's singing in English. And then you've got these translations down here where it's other languages. Like that, I think we got the one which was like Salamat. And I remember that from the anime Nichijou, where one of the characters is always like Salamat Peggy. Which I think is like good morning in, it might be Indonesian or Malay. I don't know. But this is, yeah, this, do you know what? I don't know how many people were involved in this, but I get the feeling this has beautifully captured what we were talking about. It's that simple joy. So, so she's given a lot of thanks to a lot of people. I'm not sure exactly who was responsible. And yeah, this is an original song. I did check that first of all. She was releasing an original song. So this is by her, Ohio, by SAO. She hasn't even got a cover for it. This is just a thing she's put out. This to me is nice because this really just feels like, this feels like a song where instead of it being some high effort attempt for her to suddenly join the ranks and become the next big singer, this is just kind of her story. This is her talking about what happened to her, about her sudden change in fortunes. She's singing it from behind the desk because I'm sure she's probably still got her job, doing her day job. She's, you know, she's presenting it in a way which is not pretentious, not over the top. She's just talking, and it's really pretty. You know, she mentions twice in there, I think, about haters being a real, you know, something that really drags you down. I think it's always interesting because like when you talk about people who wanted to be famous, sometimes you can be like, well, you should be prepared and expect hateful comments. But someone like her, where this was not really something she was thinking of, and then suddenly she explodes, just like becomes this huge phenomenon. Yeah, I can understand. Suddenly you didn't ask for it, and next thing you know, you've got millions of people looking at you, and that means just by percentages, even if 1% of a million people is an asshole, that's 10,000 assholes. You know, so there's always that factor where suddenly you're exposed to a lot of probably hateful comments. And this is just a really beautiful response. It's got a cheer to it. Ohio, just in case you don't know, means good morning in Japanese. So this song's kind of like got a good morning vibe. And it feels like a wake up song. You know, she's waking up. She looks cheerful. But again, you notice how she looks like herself. You know, she just looks like the same person. You know, like here she's talking about jeans and she's just wearing her plain clothes. It's interesting because I like this line as well. I'm not a queen. And in a way, I think that's the funny thing. That's what everyone, I think, loves about her, is that, you know, we kind of don't want everyone to, sometimes you don't want everyone to be like trying to be the absolute queen or the best. Sometimes the best thing is just the person who is very comfortable in their own skin being themselves, you know? I don't want to talk about this in terms of attraction. It seems so shallow, but because, like I say, this whole meme went beyond attraction and is she attractive? Which obviously was the way it was initially framed. It became more a case of just what makes you feel good. Does it make you feel good to look at, you know, some beauty ideal? Or does it make you look good? Does it make you feel good to look at someone who just looks like a genuinely nice person, just looks happy? And in a way, that line, "I'm not a queen," is like, yeah, who cares? You know, in a way, you're better than that. You're a real person. So this is just, this is absolutely, I didn't know what to expect. I had some ideas, but this is just so much more cheerful. Again, do I know this woman? No. We're all just going off the stuff we see on social media. But if her idea is to present the ideal of just the nice, normal person and the charm that comes from being a normal human being who, you know, looks good, takes care of himself, and presents a fun, happy, and pleasant personality with also a degree of honesty, if that's her goal, she's achieving it. And this was lovely. This is a song, even though it's less than 2 minutes long, this is a song that if you're having a rough day, I can imagine you just pop it on just to cheer you up. I think this is a good cheer you up song. Wow, that was lovely. Yeah, this has definitely had exactly the same effect that the picture had. It just makes you feel good. I hope a lot of it. It's always hard to follow up meme success with actually something honest. And again, this doesn't feel like an attempt to turn her into a famous singer. But I do hope this gives her some success. I do hope she gets something from this, because this is just lovely. Anyway, there you go. Those are my thoughts. As always, get in the comments. Tell me what you think. And until I hopefully see you again in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.